Okay, here we go. Master System Sonic. It's like this one has a little map that you travel around. For anyone who's just joined us, I'm Lumus from Failing at Gaming. And check out our YouTube channel if you're interested. We do a lot of Let's Play stuff. There's a group of us. So yeah, even though this is from a much older console, as you can see from the graphics being a bit more basic, this actually came out after the original Sonic. It was supposed to be a port, just like the closest they could make it to the original, but at some point they started fleshing it out and it became very, very different. It's got its own levels, its own music, its own bosses. It's basically a completely different game. Not as popular as the classic one, but I think it's a lot of fun. Like if you're into Sonic games or platforming, this one's well worth a look. Extra life. Fun detail about this game: there's exactly one extra life hidden on each level, so it's kind of fun to seek out. Yeah, this is the same as the Game Gear version. The Master System and the Game Gear are basically the same hardware, so all of the Master System Sonics came out on Game Gear. The Game Gear versions aren't as good though, because the screen was smaller. You can't see as fast, so you can't see things that are off screen or where you're going, and like for some games it's fine, but for a fairly fast-paced one like this, and in the Game Gear version you're constantly crashing into things. The Game Gear version of Sonic 2 for the Master System is particularly bad. Like the first boss, you can't actually see him in the Game Gear version, so the missiles that he fires just come flying at you from off screen. It's really hard to dodge in time. Okay, so this is the Master System version of the special stage. You don't actually get emeralds in these, they're just collect rings, have fun. Is there one of these that takes me up there? I don't think there is. Oh, there was one that takes me up. There must have been a higher spring. There we go, that was the one. Sega! Yeah, so the main goal in these is just to find the continue and then get to the end. Try and pick up an extra life on the way. Whoop. Okay. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. Taking this one down to the wire. Do 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 do. Sorry, Angel. I know about your phone allergy. I should try to be more considerate. Looks like a dead end. I wonder what oh! Like, I know you're not opposed to fun, but, you know, fun's not for everybody. Like, if you need to take a break, get your meds. Hang on, I'm just gonna walk through this wall and get a life. You know, I'll understand. It's technically a water level, I guess. Slightly flooded cave. The water is basically decoration, which is a nice detail to put in. Spoing. I want to try and get all the rings on this level, just to have something that is a bit frustrating about this game. Or really just this level. Was there some down here? Nope, that was the wrong way. I think it's the next one. Here we go. Oh, not? Did I do the wrong one again? Is it down this? It's down this next one, isn't it? I'm sorry, I'm losing my marbles. I'm losing my marble garden zone. There we go. Chaos Emerald power. Yeah, so instead of being in the special stages, in this game the Chaos Emeralds are just hidden around the level. Should be able to get them this time. If you know where they are, they're pretty easy to get to. Go back and get those other rings. Stop bouncing around. There we go. Look at that, we've got every ring on the level. 98 rings. If you get 100, you get an extra life. But this level doesn't have 100. I hope somebody got fired for that. Just unacceptable. Ruins the whole game. Okay, back to Bouncy Land. It's just, like, getting lives is important for beating the game, right? A good chunk of the gameplay revolves around getting 100 rings. Why would somebody make a level in Sonic that has 98 rings? This is Sonic's own personal hell. Not being able to get an extra life there, I can believe that. Sonic knows what he did wrong. Oh no, it's Dr. Robotnik. Who would have thought he'd be in this game? Wait, was it that one? I thought there were 3 jumps. Is there only 2? I had some delivery intended for this, but I've kind of telegraphed it too much. Geronimo! Extra life in every level. And there's a shield in every level except for the boss levels. But shields carry through levels, so you gotta, if you manage to save one, you get a bit of an advantage for the boss fight. Because note that there are no rings. Good touch, bad touch. Is he saying Sonic's in hell for doing that that PSA thing where he talked about how if an adult touches you in a way that you don't like, that's no good. I think Sonic's punishment for doing that is that he did that. And it will forever be on YouTube and everywhere constantly. That was on the old Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Each episode ended with, like, The Sonic Says segment, in which he gave an important life lesson. It's actually unfair, I think, that people keep bringing up the, Ooh, this level has my favourite music in this game. That people keep always bringing up the, episode where he talks about bad touches. Because that PSA was actually for the pilot episode. It was meant to be just like an example of the sort of things he could talk about at the end of an episode, but it got aired, and nobody's let it go since. That's no good. What did Sonic do wrong to get here? Maybe this was his preemptive punishment for all the later Sonic games. His punishment for Sonic 2006. Oops. Almost fell down there. This game does have a bit of a lag when there's stuff going on. Like, the Master System was an early console, you know? This was pushing its hardware to the limit. Like, look at the original. Go and look at the original Mario Bros. And how that game barely has backgrounds and stuff. This is the same level of console. I know this was made a long time after Mario Bros. It's not an entirely fair comparison, but a lot going on here. Oh no, the bridge is falling. Another Chaos Emerald for my collection. Didn't have enough rings for the special zone. It's a shame. The special zones get increasingly silly as they go on. Okay, this one's kind of a weird level. It's an auto-scroller. Only one in the game that might be the only one in the series of the 2D ones. I can't think of another one off the top of my head. I feel like there probably is some other auto-scrollers, but hey. Really go anywhere. Oh, that was it. There's a ring box up there. That's what I wanted to use that for. Missed my chance now. Yep, no other way up there. Those rings are gone forever. The old Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog stuff was amazing. Like, if you ever watch the first episode, the pilot thing, and think it looks terrible and you don't want to watch anymore, that's fair because the first episode is terrible, but then it gets good. It's basically Looney Tunes with Sonic. It's not a serious watch, but it's hilarious. Yeah, auto-scrollers aren't great. This one's easy for an auto-scroller, but it's kind of just slow, you know? It's not Sonic style. Feels really out of place in this game, is all. Which is a shame because, like I say, this level has the best music, and I think this is a pretty level. Look at the background floating past. The mountains, the forests. I mean, they're just splashes of colour, but like I say, it's good art. Somebody, they're suggestive of interesting backgrounds. The one on Shovel Knight. I don't even remember the auto-scroller on Shovel Knight. I didn't get along with that game. It has such high reviews, I had really high hopes going into it. Like, maybe it was over-talked up for me. Too much hype. Yeah, an impressionist painting, exactly. It's with those things, just a few brush strokes brings out the perception of more. I'm making arty hand-wavy movements as I say this. It's important that you know that. I never finished Shovel Knight. I got to like the boss rush bit where you fight all the bosses at the end of one of the levels. Easiest extra life ever. Oh, the one going upwards. Oh yeah, that was a nightmare. That was awful. Like I say, I didn't finish the game, but I would definitely imagine that was the worst part. But yeah, I got to the boss rush level. I realized that the armor and stuff that I had equipped for that was utterly inappropriate for a boss rush. There was no way I was beating them, but then to change my armor, I'd have to go and get back there, I'd have to redo the entire level, and it wasn't a fun level, so I didn't want to do that again. So I just gave up on the game. I might go back to it someday, but if I do, it'll be because it's a famous game that I want to understand the context to, rather than because I was enjoying it. I don't know. I know Asmoth is a huge fan of that game. Maybe we can bully him into streaming it someday. I could just watch him play. Yeah, see, I hear a lot of people saying that they got close to the end and never finished it. I'm imagining a lot of people either backed out at the same time I did or just after that. Jungle Zone. This is the iconic level in this game for me, mostly because it's the level I couldn't get past as a kid. So I spent all my time on this level, just trying to get past it. This would be when I was about 3 years old, I'm sure. I do really like the second level in this zone. Like it's not perfectly executed. The limitations of the console kind of spoil it a little bit, but it's a cool idea, and I wish Sonic games had done more like it. I mean, I'll give you a little hint. Spoiler warning: you don't go right. So this is more impressionist stuff. Look at the way that the blocks kind of fade away underneath the platforms. They're just enough to suggest that they're fading into the background kind of thing. I know it's shocking, right? But don't worry, don't worry. It's not truly blasphemous. You're not going right to left. It's not one of those. I wouldn't put something like that on my channel without an adult content warning. I mean, kids could be watching. Let's see, is it this one or the next one? It's this one. Let's ride this all the way down. Well, that was embarrassing. Hit my head on the ceiling. I have that problem a lot. Where am I now? It's not this one. It's the next one. Here? Yeah, here. Once more without hitting my head on the ceiling. There we go. Do a log ride, just roll along. And what have we here? Don't mind if I do. Taking myself a little shortcut while I'm at it. You like leftist games, Angel? Yeah, in Soviet Russia the games go left. There has got to be a Soviet game out there where you're going to the left always. If there isn't, one of us has to make it. Oops. Not quite how I intended to do that. No! That is definitely not how I, how I intended to do that one. Do I still have my emerald? I'm not sure if I do. It's a bit worrying. I think the save point was after that, right? We got a second save? Pfft. Suddenly I'm terrible. Of course you immediately have a link to Soviet games. Gallery of Soviet games, of course you do. I don't know why I thought you wouldn't. See, find out if there's a one-sided Soviet warrior for me. If you can find one-sided Soviet warrior, I will play it on the channel. Duh! How am I doing this? It's because I'm reading chat. That's what I'm going to blame it on. It's you guys' fault. This music always sounded kind of familiar to me. I'm not sure if they borrowed some of it from somewhere. Or if it's just this iconic jungle sounding music that makes it feel familiar. There we go. We're right at the end all along. 3 times is Sonic getting tired of life. Although I have to say, don't think he would contemplate drowning as a method of suicide. Sonic is famously afraid of water. He has never learned to swim. So yeah, here we go. We're climbing up on this level. Climbing to the top of a waterfall. I think that's a cool idea for a platforming level. Although the part about the console not quite handling it, they didn't have room to run the entire level at once. So if you get high enough that the screen moves up, that is now the bottom of the level, and if you touch it you don't fall down, you die. So that's a bit awkward. Yeah, the last level's suddenly scary. In the last game. Oops. Okay. Well, it sort of started out as a joke that Sonic couldn't swim because he's always falling under the water. And then they added in other characters who can swim, and now it's like, why can they swim and Sonic can't? It's obviously because he's afraid of water, right? And all of the cartoons and that play on that. Have Sonic really scared of water every time it shows up. He sinks like a stone. So yeah, I guess the cartoons retroactively made the water levels horrifying. That is a trap life. Thinking about it, the only other... There are other levels where you go up as much as sideways. The only one I can think of that's straight up like this is in what's it called? Sonic Advance for the Game Boy. Oops, lagging a little. Please don't lag during difficult jumps. And that's actually like every now and then I'll go back. I have the same experience. I go back to Sonic Advance. I play through it and I'm like, this game's really fun. It's actually really cool. It's got some novel stuff going off. Why haven't I played this more? And then I get to the last level where you climb up, and I'm like, oh, this is why I don't play this more. This one level is awful. You're climbing up for ages. Every time you miss a jump, you fall back down to the bottom. There's like no checkpoints. The level goes on forever. It's just not a fun level. It's not well laid out. Oh, and you want a time limit for each section as well. Because you're in like a spaceship that's falling apart as you go up. You gotta get to the next section. Whoop. I don't think I'm gonna make this one, guys. Come on, you can do this. Get the life. Okay, cheese it! No! So much for that. I don't think I get to keep my life if I didn't make it to the end. Certainly don't get my ring bonus. Okay, this is the part that I always got stuck on as a kid. I still have my shield, which is nice. I'll probably need that. Sonic, you want to work with me here? There we go. Yeah, this boss is just really hard. These enclosed spaces, slightly finicky movement. I'm trying to remember what the other bosses in this game are. I think this one might be the hardest one in my opinion. It doesn't look all that hard, you just gotta jump over the things, but you're on a slope so you don't quite move where you want to. It's easy to bounce off him and hit one of the rolling balls. Like, bearing in mind you've got no rings, you might not have a shield, and when that one hit kills you, it's kind of challenging. You just gotta stay calm and play it safe, I guess. There he goes. Okay, now here comes the actual hardest part of this level. You gotta jump over there, and it's hard, and jumping is weird when you're on a slope, so... Okay, we made it. I have more than once beaten the boss and then not made that jump. It is sad times when that happens. Oh my gosh. This ocean is full of water. This is like the only level that they, other than Green Hill Zone, that they actually kept from... No, mind you, the Scrap Brain Zone as well. But to say that this was supposed to be a port of the other game, they made a lot of new levels for it. Even the levels that are... Even the levels that are in both, there's completely different level designs. Only a few things get reused. Whoops. That was not smooth. It's okay, I planned it all along. There's another shield right here. Air, please. Fun fact: this ocean is full of water is an actual line from one of my favorite episodes of a Sonic cartoon. Ah, the Disney Aladdin parts. I remember both of those games are pretty good, right? I'm gonna have to do those on stream sometime. Remind me to do that. I'm glad you brought those up. Okay, I'll let him fire his things. And, nope. Ah, that's not how that was supposed to go. It wasn't meant to be this way. I had the, way back when I was first getting into gaming, when I was like 2 years old, I had the, way back when I was playing this game, I had the Master System Aladdin. A big fan of that one. Might have been the first game I ever beat, actually. I don't know. I'm sure I wasn't beating this one as a kid. Is there any air coming? No? Thank you. I don't know the Mega Drive version as well. I've never owned that, but I can get a copy for the stream. That'll be no problem. I mean, I have played it. I think I played it at a friend's house. We can explore it together. Okay, I'm not going back for those. Ah! My face! What sort of outrageous person sends a spiked ball hurtling towards somebody's face? Sonic disapproves of this behavior. Your face too? You feeling my pain, Angel? Whoops. Nope, nope. Maximum clumsy that just there. I'm not getting out of here. This place will be my tomb. Okay. Hit the switch. Okay. Hey, it turned into a life. Wait, what stage are we on here? Is this Act 1 or Act 2? I didn't miss the emerald, did I? No, that was Act 1. I want to get all the emeralds, even though it means even less than it does in the other game. Ah! Crash into the spider. The spider. Turn the stream off. We're not playing anymore. There we go. I traded 2 lives for a shield that might save my life. 100% worth it. I dare you to say that it wasn't worth it. It was absolutely worth it. There's sad times. Yeah, accidentally rage quitting in a stream and having to start over would be a pain. Like, I mean, do you do it or you just move on to another game? I don't know. It's a hard choice. The chat is gonna be yelling at you either way, I imagine. Air? Please? 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 Okay, that one was down to the wire. See, that shield saved my life, so it was worth getting. Been watching a few streams lately from this guy called Grand Pooh Bear. He does like Mario Maker levels, the super hard ones that people have made. And he kind of speedruns them. And one of the things in Mario Maker is that if you're speedrunning it, if you die, then you hit start and choose... Come on, just get over there. Go over there and get the air. Yeah, if you die or you're about to die in that game, you hit start and choose restart because it's faster than watching the die animation. It saves you a lot of time. Unless you've hit a checkpoint, in which case you don't want to hit restart because it takes you right back to the beginning. So if you watch his streams, there's usually a few times where he'll get right to the end of the level, be on the final checkpoint, and then without thinking he'll die and hit reset. And you will hear his screams of pain from a long way away. Fortunately not a huge problem for me. If I game over in this, I game over and I'll come back to it another day. Yeah, is this the thing I'm thinking of? I need to get up here fast enough and run all the way across. Yeah, there we go. See, the emerald is in the spikes, so you need to get the invincibility and then make it up here fast enough to get it. But yeah, I suppose I'm not saving as I go through this, so if I don't know, if we get a power cut or I close it down by accident or something, we're kind of in a mess. Anyway, I have mixed feelings about that emerald, because it's kind of a cool placement, it's an interesting idea, but it's like the only emerald in the game where you can mess it up and then just not be able to get it. The other ones you can go back for and take another try. But the invincibility doesn't respawn, so... Oh yeah, so I believe that I have infinite air in this level. Not sure why, but... I mean, yeah, I know why. It's because this level would be really hard if I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna give this one go. If I can actually make it across. There's a death trap tunnel up here. That leads to a life, I believe. I will absolutely die trying to get it, so it's not remotely worth it, but... You guys want to see the tunnel, right? If I can make this jump. I've got more lives than the game knows how to display. I'm pretty sure I've got more than 9, and the counter just doesn't go that high, so we're not in any trouble here. I always forget to turn off the alarm on my phone. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Tunnels are cool? Well, tough luck, 'cause I'm not getting into this one. Look at this, I just can't make that jump. You just need to be right on the edge. There wasn't a spring down here, was there? Can I use that to get up? Is that easier? That is way easier. Why didn't I just do that in the first place? Okay. Death Trap Tunnel, here we go. Didn't get past the first jump. Forgot to build my speed up. I'm kind of underwater here. I need to build my momentum. Okay, I still have 9 or more lives, so we'll call that a mulligan. One more. I would like to get to the end of the tunnel. Find out what all that light is. I'm just jumping. I'm only just tapping it, but I'm still going too high. Hey, we made it! We got the extra life! Nobody thought we could do it, but we did it. Now watch me die on the way out. There we go. Knew it would happen. Some dangerous tunnels include a dangerous crab instead. I've encountered those. Fairly sure that didn't hit me. But yeah, there's usually a multi-limbed beast in a tunnel. I mean, when you get down to it, crabs are just the spiders of the sea. Okay. Not gonna style on him this time. Just do this the easy way. Okay. Or not do this the easy way, as the case may be. Alright. Oh, my hubris. It's right behind me. Aha! With his machine broken, now he will drown. Our problems are done for. I like that they loaded it up with penguins and seals that can safely make it to the surface. I had some jokes prepared if I was going to open that up and it was full of chickens. Scrap brain. I like this theme too. It's kind of jazzy. I don't know if I'm using the word jazzy correctly there, but this is what jazzy sounds like to me. Lady Meow will correct me. She knows all about music. Yeah, the big factory complex. It is pretty nice, isn't it? Whoop. And I like that it changes when you go indoors. Like, that wasn't trivial back when this game was made. That was a extra feature. Oops. Sorry, I was looking at chat. I mean, the thing about jazz is that when you get down to it, any music can be jazz, because jazz is always changing. There we go. First stage of this is actually super short. I need a soul patch and a beret to say stuff like that. That's fair. I'm probably not qualified to talk about jazz on account of my appearance and also the fact that I don't really listen to jazz. But jazz is just a fun music to talk about. It's the only music I feel like you can get away with saying stuff like that. Maybe punk as well. I've heard Lady Meow talking about punk, and all I understand about that is you can put any word in front of punk and it's a real thing. Jazz punk, space punk, steampunk, biopunk. Those are all genres and not really... Those are all like writing genres and not really music punk genres, but the same rule applies. I just can't think... There's like metal punk? Is that a thing? Rock punk? I don't know enough about music to come up with realistic sounding punk names. I know there's probably a few steampunk bands. I know my cousin listens to one. It's like Electric Giraffe or something? Maybe that's the name of one of their songs. I'm trying to remember where the emerald is here. I think you have to take a certain route. Going up is usually a safe bet. Yeah, most steampunk is in fact steam opera. I completely agree with you on that. I'm not a fan of steampunk anyway. I'm panicking now because I can't remember where the emerald is. Like, I'll probably recognize it when I get there and know how to get it, but at the moment my brain is just going blank. I normally get the emeralds. If I just follow my instincts, I'll probably... Oops. Probably manage it. Okay, I don't think I can get up there. Unless... Nope, I'm not doing that. Gotho Vampire Punk. That is a nice example of how you can stick the word punk after anything. Oh, I get it. I have to hit the switch to open this one down here. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Or not? What am I supposed to be doing, man? Do I have to go the down route? Is that what... Oh, shoot. Okay. Never mind. I'm okay. A teleporter. See? I knew I'd recognize it when I saw it. There was no accidental finding of that there at all. I didn't almost miss it completely. Just one more emerald to get, and I definitely won't miss that one. You know, I've never played a single Metroid game. You'd think it'd be exactly my thing, right? But I've just never got around to it. I mean, it's Nintendo. I was never into Nintendo when I was a kid and I had time to play games all the time. And kinda, you know, I'm the sort of person who has to play games in a series in order. So at some point I'm going to have to go back and play the very first one and then work my way through the... Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. And work my way through the Metroids. Yeah, everybody says it's amazing. Apart from apparently Lady Meow, who doesn't seem to be keen today. Someday I'll have to go back and play it. I say go back and play it, so I mean, I don't know. Go back in time and play it when it first came out, that's what I'll have to do. this one here, is it? No. I got the classic Nintendo stuff. It's probably the game that sounds most like the sort of thing that I'd like, from what I've heard of it. Maybe second to Zelda. Zelda's pretty good. Am I going backwards? This looks like backwards, but... Guys, I'm a little lost. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm kind of a weird Zelda player in that I've never played, I've played Zelda 1 and 2, like the really old ones, and I've played a bunch of the handheld ones that are more like the original Zeldas. But like, I mean, Zelda supposedly took really well to this more 3D kind of stuff. That's what they do nowadays. Most of their people say that their best games are the 3D stuff, and I've never played a single one of the real 3D Zeldas. Doesn't matter though, because Link's Awakening is the best Zelda, and I've played that. Like Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time. You think those are going to be better than Link's Awakening? I mean, come on, no. Why do I need to play other Zelda games? Link's Awakening had everything. No. Wait, is that just turned off? It's not shooting lightning at me. Thought I was about to lose my shield. Man, this level's a maze. Somebody better be drawing all of this quickly so that if I die, we can get through it again quick. No! No, 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 no! Okay, we got the life. That was absolutely intentional. That's how we wanted to do this. Now we just gotta make our way back up to the top. Who has the map? Who wants to shout directions at me? On the Game Boy, so it was a top-down style one then. What was some of the Game Boy ones? Oh shoot. Okay, we're all right. Let's see, Link's Awakening is the best one. It's like on an island. You're shipwrecked there at the start of the game. You crash onto the beach and you have to figure out what's going on with this strange island. Hey, Robotnik, where are you going? Let's see, what else are there? There's Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Time. Those are two different games, but they sort of tie into each other. They're set simultaneously. Those are well worth playing. They're both cool. They had like this system where when you finish one, you can use a code to transfer your stuff over to the other. So you're like doing... In universe, I guess Link does one and then does the other immediately afterwards, in whichever order you play them. That's kind of how that one works. Then what others have I played? There's Minish Cap. Listen, if you found the game really unmemorable, maybe not all that fun, made you wonder what all the fuss is about Zelda games, you probably played Minish Cap. Minish Cap was the one with the it had like you had a talking hat and you shrank down to go into different areas. If any of that sounds familiar. Lightning machines. Stay clear of those. That was a waste of a shield. I'm probably gonna have to go back and need that in a moment. Yeah, the Oracle games are pretty novel. You did wonder what the fuss was about? It's probably Minish Cap you played then. you played... I feel like you'd have been more enthralled if you played one of the others. Definitely with Link's Awakening. I mean, unless maybe if you played it now, you'd be disappointed with Link's Awakening, because it was the first handheld one they did. And, like, some of the controls and the details are a bit klutzy because they were struggling to work with the hardware. But once you get through that, it's a really good game. I want to be down there. I gotta catch up with an airship. Stand right over there, and right over this side. Nope, that didn't work out for me. Oh yeah, what I'm supposed to do there is jump, because it doesn't move when I'm not on it. That was obviously how I should have handled that. I kinda dozed off there, I was thinking about Zelda. I say, this looks like some sort of airship. Could this be where Robotnik blasted off to? Okay, well, I've got some bad news for you guys. You're not going to see this level. So we're going around it. Sure looked cool though. Definitely would have been nice to check out that airship. No, that's not. I wanted to get on the other one. I think I need to change there. I assume I need to change there, and that's why they gave me a different one. It's kind of disorientating. The platforms are staying the same, it's the airship that's going up and down. It's throwing me off. Do I jump? Okay, yeah, I want to jump just there, I think. Yes. Chaos Emerald is on the bow. Oh, I could have waited and gotten on that one. That would have taken me right there. Gasp! Bullet Bills! What are you doing in this game? But yeah, this is where the actual level sort of takes you out at the end of it. But you can't get through that chain is the thing, you see. Oh shoot. I'm actually not sure if I'm supposed to go left there or if I'm supposed to go up the chain. I messed that up pretty badly anyway. But yeah, if you come this way the normal way, you can't get back through the chain, so you can't get the emerald. You gotta ride these. I think I'm supposed to go up the chain, because I don't remember dealing with those guns. I'm drawing a complete blank on the rest of this level. I just remember riding these and then being at the end. Jeez, is it like 10:30 already? How long have I been playing this? For like an hour? This game's proving to be longer than the Mega Drive one. I remember this being a lot shorter. I guess we've goofed around a bit. Done a lot of special stages. Not exactly a speed run. Okay, let's grab the other platform this time just for variety's sake. If it'll go up at the right time, please. There we go. Don't know if you can impale yourself on that. I don't want to take the chance. Wait, I still have the Chaos Emerald? It wasn't there again? So I could have done the level the right way to show it you. Oh well, too late now. Up we go? Oops. That was dumb. Okay, since I apparently keep the emerald after dying, let's do the level properly. guns. He's got guns. Please explode. There are spikes coming my way. Oh shoot. Okay, yeah, here we are. So it was jumping over the cannons. I'm just losing my marbles. Yeah, it's right there. Gets us straight to the boss fight. Why did I not do it this way? Kind of a small level, I suppose. Hey look, the airship's there. Sky-based zone. I guess this kind of looks like the boss from the other one. He's inside one of these tanks. He's got a thing shooting orbs at me. Whoops. Do 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 do. Oh no, he's changed forms. Yeah, Robotnik's trapped. We gotta save him. A Sonic may not allow a Robotnik to come to harm through inaction. Hey, where do you think you're going? Or not going, as the case may be. Come on, Robotnik, you probably need medical attention. Let's get back here and we'll take you to the hospital. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be fine. You who have gathered the 7 Dragon Balls. Gasp, with this magic power, the factory now produces green energy. Pollution is a thing of the past. Sonic left. Where'd he go? I deserve a bonus for being special. Pausing on this screen, do I? Nope, never mind, we're going. Check it out, karaoke time. Do 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 do. Can you imagine the crazy kind of alternate universe where Sonic was in a band? Actually, to be fair, this is not the only game that ends with Sonic doing a karaoke solo. So maybe he is in a band, and the games just don't focus on it. Actually, the manual to Sonic 2 kind of implies that Sonic makes a living busking. But he does acrobatics rather than singing. With all his crazy powers, he can do insane tricks that nobody else can. Special thanks, Yoshi. So yeah, that was Sonic the Hedgehog, again. Alright, see you, Angel. Thanks for dropping by. I always appreciate it. I know what it's like to need some sleep. Have a good day tomorrow. The rest of you up for some Beyond Oasis? This game took a little longer than I expected, but that's the traditional second game for a Wednesday at the moment. Unless all of you are planning on taking off, I'll do at least half an hour of Beyond Oasis, maybe a bit more. Okay, we'll do to 11 at least. I'll pop the back in 5 on while I set up, it'll only take me a moment.